Here, I just wanted to just put something out there and see if anyone else can relate. Adam sparked a conversation in our Slack today because there was a headline about a new new calendar app coming out called Daybridge. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I live in 3 apps. And without them, I would be a useless shell of a human. And they are Google Calendar, Google Tasks, and Google Maps.
Oh man, MKBHD. No. Did I just hear Google Tasks come out of this man's mouth and he was being unironic? We gotta talk about this. Okay, first and foremost, this is my first attempt at a reaction style series. Deal with it. It's just like my Blank App Sucks series. Take it with a grain of salt, but I like to make things salty and be salty, so enjoy the content. First of all, Google Tasks, really MKBHD? Hear me out. Last time I remember you were using TickTick, at least you weren't being completely, what did he just call himself a second ago? Like a waste of a human or something? Using Google Tasks and saying that without that you would be is an oxymoron because Google Tasks sucks. I mean, you had TickTick in the palm of your hands. You didn't even, you just said, nope. Just gonna throw the decent thing away for the really bad thing. Ooh, I got prime rib. Oh, let's throw it out for Taco Bell meat. I mean, what are you doing? Let's hear more what this man has to say.
Took those 3 apps, or at least those 3 like functional things, like a task app, a maps app, and a calendar app out of my life. I would just be walking around like, what am I doing? I don't know what to do. Where am I? What's happening? So that's me.
Okay, all right, listen. I am actually the same way. I fundamentally believe that without those 3 applications, you're not going to have any sort of understanding of, I don't know, how to live life. Like if you don't know when you need to do something, when you need to be somewhere, or how to get there, I mean, you're gonna have a hard time. I actually maybe should make more videos on things like Google Maps. Nah, that'd be stupid.
Every couple weeks, I get the like urge to like, you know how you change your wallpaper on your phone, you just like spice it up a little bit and you sort of like start acting different. You don't change your wallpaper?
I changed mine for the first time in like 3 years and it's the exact same colors as my old.
I like this dude, but I see exactly where MKBHD is going and I'm not excited about it.
Looks like the same one you had before. All right, well, I change my wallpaper every couple weeks just to like feel something. And that's kind of the way I feel like an urge to change all 3 of these apps up.
Okay. No, bro. Oh no. I literally made a video on this recently. This is the fundamental issue with a lot of people. If you mess around with a lot of these things, you never get good at any of them, and then you're just going to be less productive. Granted, he's got a bigger YouTube channel than I'll probably ever have, but this is just cries. How could this happen to me?
Used TickTick, which is my tasks app, the longest. In college, I went through a phase where like once a week I would use a different tasks app. Remember the milk?
Okay. For those of you who remember the milk, you have been paying attention to the productivity app for your community for a long time. But 1, see, he just confirmed the TickTick thing. 2, what the heck is up with people every week? This is what I'm talking about, people. If you watch my videos on YouTube, hone in on one app, hone in on one set of principles, get good at that set of principles, get good at the one skill. If you focus on a bunch of different things, you're never going to be good at one thing. That's why I'm a #Notion consultant, because I want to help people get better at that one thing, build a system for their business that works. A bunch of different stuff, it never works.
Just Google Tasks.
Remember the milk?
RTM, yeah. Remember the milk was a long time ago.
That was the name of an app?
Yeah,
that sounds like an old app.
Wunderlist, Google Tasks. There's a lot of these tasks apps I've tried. Okay. If you look at like, if you just search in the top like Google Play results for tasks and look at the first like 20, I've probably used all 20 at some point.
Okay.
This dude, I guess MKBHD is just a connoisseur. I mean, that's what we're kind of settling on, right? MKBHD is a connoisseur of productivity apps. I mean, honestly, he and I are kind of the same. We've tried all these different apps and I settled on 1 or 2. This man just keeps trying them. I'm not really, I get the fascination. I was like that for a bit. I actually started using TickTick first, so we actually have a lot of parallels here, but I don't get why he hasn't settled on something. Maybe he has something for his business though. Good Lord, please tell me you have one thing for your business and this is just a personal thing.
I've settled on TickTick. It's really, really good. Google Calendar, once you like live in Google Calendar long enough, you have like a couple things set up. You're subscribed to a few calendars, like things are sort of like built in. You can't really leave, but the UI and the app itself is like, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I like trying other calendar and organizational apps that will like loop them all into one place and maybe look different, give me some functionality. I just get nonstop ads on Facebook and Instagram now for other task calendar apps to like wrap them up. I can't even remember the names of them anymore.
MKBHD might be my favorite YouTuber now. The man is so much a YouTube or so much a task and calendar connoisseur that he's getting targeted on Facebook ads mostly for that. He is in the interest group of that for Facebook ads targeting, and that makes my day. But once again, the fundamental thing is it's actually okay that he's testing out calendar apps, but he shouldn't be doing it all the time. Like, find one that you kind of like. Maybe he just doesn't like anything. I mean, maybe that just hasn't crossed my mind.
So I just wanted to share that I am very susceptible to trying new organizational apps, especially with tasks and calendar.
And like, so you said you love TickTick.
Yes.
But you are open to ditching it at any point if you can find something.
Literally, if it just looks better. If it literally just has one feature TickTick doesn't have, I'm like, maybe I'll organize my life around this one feature. Possibly.
It is okay that MKBHD thinks like this. If you enjoy something more, you will use it more. Therefore, it is the more effective application. That is my general stance on that concept. I give him a lot of credit for like knowing himself for that. And the problem is the sunk cost fallacy here doesn't work in the context that if he really does find something that does a better job for him, he should totally switch. But the thing is, him trying all these things out, it's a little bit concerning. Like, how good are you actually at TickTick if you're trying all these other things out all the time is my question. I would recommend that he finds something like ToDoIst, that he give it opportunity, but like make a cutoff and stop trying things for a while, because him just like jumping around all the time, you know, he has all the time in the world, maybe, I don't know, he runs a business, so it's like he doesn't actually. So I would just recommend he tries to get really good at one or two things. Honestly, MKBHD here, one of my favorite YouTubers, big in tech, one of the most extraordinary minds in the YouTube space. What they've been able to do is insane. And while his productivity workflow may not be perfect, I think it's cool that he's a productivity app connoisseur. If you like videos like this, let me know. I'm going to do more on people like Ali Abdaal and stuff like that in the future. But things you can do before the future would be like, check out this video on how to improve your productivity workflow even more.